You know what separates Nikola Tesla from almost every other smart person you've ever heard of? It wasn't his IQ, it wasn't luck, and it definitely wasn't some magical talent he was born with. It was the psychology behind how he learned, the dark, obsessive, almost dangerous methods that turned him into something beyond human. Tesla wasn't just intelligent, he was self-made intelligence. He trained his brain to operate like a machine. He could visualize complex inventions in perfect 3D detail, run simulations in his mind, and fix mechanical problems without touching a single tool. And here's the part that nobody talks about. His genius didn't come from books, schools, or teachers. It came from self-inflicted mental rewiring. Let me say that again. Self-inflicted rewiring. He taught himself how to learn at an inhuman level by doing what most people are too weak to do, manipulating his own psychology. Most people chase study hacks or productivity tips. Tesla? He created mental experiments on himself. He broke his mind apart and rebuilt it stronger, sharper, faster, until thinking itself became effortless. And that's exactly what this video is about. I'm not here to tell you to study more or read smarter. I'm here to show you 5 dark psychological hacks, the same type of mental manipulation that self-taught geniuses like Tesla, Da Vinci, and even modern polymaths use to absorb knowledge at a terrifying speed. These aren't feel-good, motivational tricks. They're psychological weapons. Each one targets the subconscious systems of your brain, the same systems that control focus, memory, curiosity, and creativity, and forces them to work together like a finely tuned machine. You see, normal people learn by force. They try to push knowledge into their brain through repetition. But self-taught geniuses? They learn by design. They manipulate their emotions, their obsessions, and even their pain to fuel their learning. They don't just study. They engineer their minds to crave information the same way addicts crave dopamine. Imagine being able to sit down with a book, and your brain automatically starts connecting dots you've never seen before, linking concepts, predicting outcomes, inventing ideas in real time. That's not luck. That's training. That's neural control. And once you understand how to trigger those same responses inside your own head, your learning speed can skyrocket beyond what schools, teachers, or any study system can ever offer. By the end of this video, you'll understand the real psychology of self-taught mastery, not the pretty version that productivity gurus talk about, but the raw, obsessive, almost dangerous mindset that Tesla lived with every single day. Because here's the truth, genius isn't gifted, it's manufactured. And in the next few minutes, you're going to learn how to manufacture it yourself. Hack 1. The obsession loop. Let's start with something Tesla understood instinctively. You can't learn deeply without obsession. Most people think passion is what drives learning, but passion fades. Tesla didn't rely on emotion. He built a loop inside his brain that trapped him in constant curiosity. Here's how it works. You pick one problem, one concept, one area of interest, and you lock onto it. You let it consume you until your brain starts seeing it everywhere. The more you think about it, the more dopamine you release. The dopamine makes you want to learn more, and learning more releases even more dopamine. That's the loop, the obsession loop. Tesla once said he could hold a visualization in his mind for days until it felt as real as a physical object. He wasn't daydreaming, he was trapping his mind in a constant feedback cycle. To apply this, stop multitasking knowledge. Pick one domain. Immerse, sleep it, eat it, dream it. Because obsession is the fuel of genius, and the world is terrified of that kind of focus. Hack 2. Controlled isolation. Now let's go darker. Tesla was famous for avoiding people. He didn't hate them, he outgrew them. Because isolation, when used correctly, forces the brain into hyperconnectivity. When you remove noise, social distractions, validation-seeking, constant chatter, your brain starts building internal conversations. You start arguing with yourself, debating yourself, teaching yourself. That inner dialogue is the crucible where deep understanding is forged. Tesla would spend nights walking alone, thinking through entire inventions mentally before even sketching them. He trained solitude into a laboratory. If you want to learn like a genius, don't fear being alone. Use isolation as a weapon. Sit in silence long enough, and your thoughts will begin to organize themselves. You'll start hearing your own mind, something most people never experience in their lifetime. Hack 3. Emotional anchoring. Every genius has an emotional trigger behind their work. Tesla's was revenge and transcendence. He wanted to outthink everyone who doubted him, and that emotional fire made him unstoppable. Here's the dark truth. Logic doesn't drive genius. Emotion does. The difference is, geniuses control their emotions instead of being controlled by them. When you attach emotion to what you learn, your brain locks it in permanently. So, before you learn something, anchor it emotionally. For example, if you're studying physics, don't see it as equations. See it as the code of reality. If you're studying psychology, imagine decoding human manipulation. If you're learning a language, see it as unlocking minds across cultures. When you emotionalize learning, your brain marks it as important for survival. That's when memorization turns into mastery. Tesla didn't study electromagnetism. He felt it. He saw beauty in energy itself. That emotional depth is what allowed him to think beyond normal limits. Hack 4. Cognitive visualization. This is Tesla's superpower. He could construct machines entirely in his imagination. See them, rotate them, test them, fix them, all without touching a thing. That's cognitive visualization. This hack trains your brain to simulate reality so vividly that practice becomes unnecessary. You can use it for anything: studying, sports, creativity, or invention. Here's how. Whenever you learn something, close your eyes and visualize it in motion. If it's a concept, imagine explaining it to someone using shapes, colors, and movement. If it's a process, simulate it in your head, step by step. Your mind learns best through imagery, not text. That's why Tesla's mental simulations were more powerful than most engineers' physical experiments. Visualization rewires your neurons as if you've already done the thing. That's why elite athletes and polymaths rely on it. It compresses years of practice into mental reality. Hack 5. The dopamine discipline. Here's the final and most dangerous hack. Tesla lived in extremes, sometimes euphoric, sometimes exhausted. But he controlled his dopamine flow like a chemist controls a reaction. Most people chase quick dopamine: scrolling, notifications, comfort. Tesla delayed it. He trained his brain to release dopamine only after progress. That's why his work never bored him. He had conditioned his reward system to crave intellectual achievement instead of instant pleasure. Try this. Remove every low-effort dopamine source for a week. No endless scrolling, no passive entertainment. Then, reward yourself only after intense learning or creation. Within days, your brain will start craving that same high, but it'll come from focus and productivity. That's how you hijack your reward circuits and turn learning itself into an addiction. Tesla's genius wasn't supernatural. It was the result of dopamine engineering. He taught his brain that thinking was pleasure. And once you reach that level, learning becomes effortless, even addictive. Each of these 5 psychological hacks is simple in concept, but terrifying in application. Because once you start using them, you stop being a student. You become a self-programming system. You stop learning for approval. You start learning because your mind can't live without it. That's how Tesla thought. That's how geniuses are built. And that's how you, yes, you, can turn your mind into a living laboratory for brilliance. You know what's funny? Everyone wants to be a genius, but almost no one wants to think like one, because real genius isn't comfortable. It's not pretty, it's lonely, obsessive, and terrifyingly deep. You just learned the 5 psychological hacks that built self-taught minds like Tesla. Obsession, isolation, emotional anchoring, visualization, and dopamine discipline. But here's the truth most people can't handle. Once you start using these, your brain will never be normal again. You'll start noticing patterns that others can't see. You'll stop feeling pleasure from meaningless things. You'll crave depth, silence, and understanding, and that will scare people. But that's the price of awakening your mind. Genius isn't about knowing more. It's about seeing differently. Tesla didn't just build machines. He built mental worlds. Worlds so detailed that reality itself started catching up to his imagination. And if you apply even one of these dark hacks, your mind will start to do the same. You'll begin to see thoughts as tools. You'll stop consuming and start creating. You'll stop memorizing and start understanding reality itself. So, I'll leave you with this. Would you rather stay comfortable in ordinary intelligence or step into the same darkness that gave birth to Tesla's brilliance? Because once you enter that level of mental control, there's no going back. And now I'm curious, which of these 5 hacks hit you the hardest? Was it the obsession loop that made you question your focus? Or the dopamine discipline that exposed how easily your mind gets hijacked? Comment below. I want to know which one you're brave enough to actually use. Because talking about genius is easy, but becoming one, that's where most people quit. Let's see if you're not most people.